You're the leader of Iran. Your enemy, Israel, is constantly not only attacking you or trying to attack you and dethrone you, but they've destabilized and destroyed all of your neighbors. Then you're under attack. Fighter jets are scrambling all across your country, bombing your fucking civilian nuclear program, right? Your generals are dead. 9 of your nuclear scientists are dead. You don't know what's going on. Your radar's fucking cooked. Your shit is hacked. Pandemonium. What the fuck would you do, chat?
But I just want to address the point he said before we move on, because contrary to what I said, he keeps saying that Iran's not a threat to America. So since Scott decided to become Iran's mouthpiece, can you please clarify for me what Khomeini means when he says death to America, death to the West, and forceful conversions? Can you translate in the language that you so clearly understand that all of us are missing? Thank you.
Sure. Yeah. So first of all, Khomeini died in 1989. You don't know what you're talking about. Second.
Let's go!
Welcome, punch!
Get that stupid bitch the fuck up out of here, bro. Holy nigga. When I first saw this shit, I ain't gonna lie, I watched this shit before. Okay? I'll always admit to you guys if I watched the debate before. This one I watched before, and I also watched the other one before as well. Okay? I didn't watch the Rand Paul part, but I watched this part of the debate. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, bro. When I watched this shit the first time, I almost spit out my fucking, I was drinking like a fucking, one of those liquid deaths. And you guys know it's like sparkling water. I almost spit that shit out, bro. When I was in bed and I was watching this shit, I just almost spit out my fucking sparkling water, bro. Nigga absolutely sauteed this bitch.
Fatality.
Cause here's who he's talking about, bro. Because it's Khomeini with an O, right? This is the former supreme leader, right? He died in 1989, right? And then obviously Ali Khamenei, right, with an A. So it's pronounced a bit different. But yeah, it's still funny though. Still fucking funny. Nigga absolutely cooked her, bro.
Second of all,
he studied. He definitely studied. She did it.
Chant, you'll notice, all of y'all in the audience and on the panel notice how often the Hawks bring this up and how much heavy lifting these chants are doing. Are you so terrified of chants? In fact, they have no Air Force. They have no...
Yeah, and let's be honest, they chant like that because you guys are constantly fucking threatening their country, bro. Guys, let's have a very, very difficult conversation right now, okay? As you guys know, I was roasting a super chatter earlier, right? But I want you guys to go into a dream world, okay? I want you guys to, like, part of being an intelligent person is being able to empathize, right? Let's go into this dream world. You're the leader of Iran, okay? You're the fucking Ayatollah. You're the supreme leader, right? Your country is poor. You have a sophisticated missile system. You got some hypersonics, you got some fucking, some ballistic missiles, you got some cruise missiles, drones, etc. You have a strong missile program. You are developing and have a civilian nuclear program. But your enemy, Israel, is constantly not only attacking you or trying to attack you and dethrone you, but they've destabilized and destroyed all of your neighbors. Okay? They destroyed Libya. They destroyed Sudan. They destroyed Morocco. They bribed Jordan. They destroyed Egypt, then bribed Egypt later. They destroyed Lebanon, right? They destroyed Palestine. And you see that they're propped up by the world's strongest military. So in an effort to preserve yourself, a guy named Barack Obama says, look, I know you guys want a nuclear weapon to stave off Israel and the United States. Let's exercise diplomacy. I have this deal here that will allow you to continue to enrich uranium for a peaceful civilian program, but we're going to have international oversight from multiple different countries to include us. We'll be involved, but other countries will be too, so that this is fair. You're like, you know what? We got some crippling sanctions. Our economy could do better. Let's do it. You enter the agreement in 2015. You comply with the inspections. You allow the IAEA to come in, an International Board of Inspectors. You signed a non-proliferation treaty, which ensures that you will never build a nuclear weapon. You do everything right. You go to the UN, you meet, etc. You become a part of the UN Council, all this shit, right? And you do this for a few years. But unfortunately, unlike you being the supreme leader where you stay the leader, the United States has an election every 4 years. And some blonde-haired orange man, who used to be a former businessman, takes office. You find out that he has a very strong connection with the Zionist lobby. Within 3 years of you being into this agreement and complying with all the fucking standards, this guy pulls out of the agreement, puts you on the foreign terrorist organization list, crippling sanctions come your way because you're on the foreign terrorist list, which allows them to put you even harder sanctions on you. And you find out that your enemy Israel, who has been trying to destroy you and destroyed all the countries around, was the biggest lobbying party to get you put on this foreign terrorist list and to create the sanctions that are destroying your economy. You don't have a nuclear weapon, and you know that invasion is imminent. You've seen Benjamin Netanyahu for 30 years go to UN Council after UN Council, go to international meeting after international meeting and say that you're building a nuclear bomb and use that to try to invade or intervene in your country's sovereignty. What would you do? You had an agreement, they backed out the agreement, they put crippling sanctions on your country, and then they labeled your military a terrorist organization. Well, clearly, diplomacy doesn't work. They want you out of here. They want regime change. So you start refining your uranium to defend yourself. You start arming proxies all around Israel to ensure that you have insulation between yourself and Israel. Now, they're trying to escalate, and they go ahead and they do a preemptive attack against you. So this president comes back. Remember the guy that ripped up the fucking deal and put you on the terrorist list? He comes back into office. He says, yo, you remember that nuclear deal that I pulled out back in 2015? Let's do it again. I pulled out in 2018. Let's do it again. Cool. Let's negotiate. Maybe we just had a misunderstanding last time. And to your surprise, the nuclear deal that he proposes is like the same one you signed back in 2015, 10 years ago. Awesome. Let's do it. Steve Witkoff comes in, meets with your ambassador. The first couple of meetings go well. Hey, you guys can enrich uranium. Just got to stay at around 3%. Civilian, you know what I'm saying? Cool. All right, we can agree to that. Steve Witkoff leaves. Comes back. Hey, you know, I know we talked about you guys being able to enrich uranium, but yeah, you guys can't enrich uranium. What? Yeah, sorry, man. What the fuck? I thought we had an agreement. We can enrich uranium for civilian, nuclear program. Yeah, nah, man. Sorry. Oh, yeah, and by the way, I hate to say this, but you guys got to get rid of your ballistic missile program, too. What? So you guys are saying that we can't even enrich it for civilian purposes, and we have to get rid of our missiles? So we have to make ourselves sitting ducks and get rid of our only ability to defend ourselves? Yeah, it's kind of how this deal's going to go. We told you guys that we would not agree to anything that would not allow us to at least enrich uranium on a civilian level. Yeah, I know, but, I agreed to that, but I went back, I talked with Donnie, and, it was the Israelis, wasn't it? Nah, man, it's just us. Really? It's just us, man, I promise. Then you find out Steve Witkoff, if you're wondering. Who is Steve Witkoff? Every single time, chat. This is the guy that's negotiating with, by the way. So first it was you can have your civilian program. Then it's you can't have your civilian program and you got to get rid of your ballistic missiles. What the fuck would you do, chat? What would you do? Would you give up your uranium program and would you give up the ballistic missiles? Type in the chat. What would you guys do? Give me a 1 if you would give up your shit. Give me a 2 if you would say, fuck you guys, and start enriching uranium and arm yourself. What would you do? 1 of you would give up your shit. 2 of you would say, fuck you guys. Fuck Israel, fuck the United States. I'm going to go ahead and arm ourselves now and continue enriching uranium. What are you doing if you're the supreme leader, chat? I think that's pretty self-explanatory, right? Then, hold on, we haven't even got to the good stuff yet. Then, you say, you know what? Let's continue to talk. So already at this point, you guys are saying we would keep our shit. That's fine. I'm not even at the good part yet. So it gets better. Now, though Mr. Witkoff tells you, look, man, no more uranium enrichment and the ballistic missile program's got to go. You say, you know what? Let's keep talking. We've had 4 to 5 different discussions that went well. Let's not destroy this one that came off weird. Let's keep talking. Cool. Diplomacy continues. You have a meeting set on Sunday. Well, you don't. You're the supreme leader. But your ambassador does. He has a meeting set in Oman on Sunday. You guys are figuring out the logistics, etc., setting it up. Fast forward. It's fucking, what, Friday? Next thing you know. What the fuck? Explosion in Tehran. What the hell's going on? What the fuck? Your fucking generals call you. Hey, we're under attack. What? Yeah, we're under attack. Call, this nigga. He's dead. What? Yeah, I call, he's dead. What? Again. You're under attack. Fighter jets are scrambling all across your country, bombing your fucking civilian nuclear program, right? Your generals are dead. 9 of your nuclear scientists are dead. You don't know what's going on. Your radar's fucking cooked. Your shit is hacked. Pandemonium. You're trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. You had diplomacy talk set up for Sunday. You're calling the fucking White House. You're calling Steve Witkoff. What the fuck is going on here? Yeah. About that. Yeah, man, the Israelis, you know, they wanted. We told you 60 days, bro. We told you 60 days. Didn't we have a meeting in 2 days? Yeah. Sorry, bro. Click. Oh, and doesn't end there. The airstrikes continue. Your nuclear facilities are bombed. Your generals assassinated. Pandemonium all across the country. Pearl Harbor has just happened while you're in the middle of diplomacy talks. Then, Marco Rubio, the Secretary of State, your guy's fucking equivalent, says, hey, we had no idea. The Israelis did it by themselves. Trump says we had nothing to do with it. Next day, Israelis come out. No, America knew exactly what we were doing. What are they talking about? They knew exactly what we were doing. They knew it was going to happen. What? So the people that we were negotiating with knew that there was an imminent attack against us? Yeah. Then, Trump, because he's a fucking egomaniac, comes in the next day and says, yeah, we knew they were going to attack. We let it happen. Now, given all those facts, would you guys give up your uranium program and your ballistic missile program? Give me a 1 if you would give it up. Give me a 2 if you would say, fuck you guys. We are going to rain fucking missiles down on Tel Aviv. Which one are you doing? Hypothetically. 1, you're giving up your nuclear program and your ballistic missile program? Or number 2, you're going after fucking the Israelis? Which one are you doing? Yeah, I think we all know what the fuck anybody would do in that situation.
Boom, boom, boom.
Yep. I think what we would all do, nigga. Now again, am I sitting here condoning violence? No. Am I saying I hope fucking the Israelis die? No. But what I am saying is I have the ability to not be a fucking retard and put myself in their shoes and see what's been going on. To be a good negotiator, you must negotiate from the position of your opposition so that you know what they're thinking about as you're making your proposals. And this is what my goal is with you guys. I want you guys to understand the other side. We understand the Western side. We hear that in our media all the time, but they rarely ever tell you the other side. So look, man, our foreign policy is retarded and we let the Israelis put us in really bad situations. And if we actually want to work towards peace, we can't be doing dumb shit like this and letting a rogue country like Israel who doesn't give a fuck and is currently doing a genocide, we can't have them leading our foreign policy because they are. They are. And we had to have this very uncomfortable conversation that I just gave you guys right now, where I described to you all the fucking bullshit they've been involved in. Because I'll tell you guys this. If I ever became president, I will fix this problem. Give me a year, bro. Give me a fucking year. I'd fix this problem immediately. Give me a year. I would have the Middle East united and I'd fucking reel in these goddamn Israelis. Because these Israelis destroy our fucking international image. For what? There's no benefit. They give us intel. Shut the fuck up. We wouldn't need that intel if it wasn't for their stupidity all the time. So, yeah, guys. Give me ones in the chat if you guys enjoyed that little thought experiment. In the dream scenario. Again, like I said before, guys, this isn't me sitting here saying I'm on Team Iran. Honestly, I'm on neither of their fucking team, bro. But for us to understand foreign policy, you must understand the foreigner's perspective. Okay? A lot of these idiots conduct foreign policy from an American-only perspective. You need to also put yourself in the shoes of the person you're negotiating with, so you understand what the fuck is going on. So yeah, now that you guys have all the facts, all of you would be doing what Iran's doing right now. That's the purpose of the thought experiment, man. And idiots like Emily Austin don't get this because she's too fucking dumb and low IQ.